Hello everybody and welcome back to part 14, if you can believe it, because 13 was the unlucky episode of the Mini Talon V2, Mini Talon Pro build, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And we are here with something slightly different. You see that down there? I have resoldered a brand new power manager and Beck. These are completely separate. The old one is here. This is the original. For those who don't know, we're having some sort of weird overpowering issue. At some point it was pulling 25-30 amps without the motor running as being, through the current sensor. Now, something that I did forget to test last time we were here is I always had the speaker controller plugged in. So that's disconnected for now, just to test that. See, it's the speaker controller that's faulty. Always possible that it runs alright. It might be causing some sort of weird short and lots of power coming out. So all we've got in here is the Beck. We've got the current sensor, power management unit plugged in, video in and out, GPS and I think the receiver, and I've also got this fairly heavy duty servo plugged into the pan servo, because sometimes it would sit at 0, but then as soon as I started wiggling servos it would jump up to like 20 or 30 amps being pulled. Now I have genuinely not tested this. I'm about to plug it in for the first time and we shall see if there are some issues. You can tell I haven't done this before because the black connector doesn't fit on the new power manager module, so give me a moment. Allow me to just trim that. Sorry for the darkness, you're on the desk at the moment. Right, let's try. We have lights, we have no fire. Speaker controller is not going to make any noise because it's not plugged in. So I'm going to put my goggles on, but at the minute I don't have any. That's slightly concerning. But neither of them are getting warm. Ah, the video transmitter is not plugged in. That could be a problem. You see, not tested. Pins to the bottom. Maybe beamed some radiation at me. 7. Right. Next question, of course, is that I'm having the wrong way around, which won't help. Video in and video out. Doesn't feel hot. Right. Have we got anything now? Let me just try. Tell you what, just for ease, I'm going to cut all the extra cabling out. So that will be video out. And then random camera from before for video in, and nothing's getting warm. I don't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. It works. I have waggled both the big high-tech servo, wherever it is, it's buried in the front down there. Now when I wiggle that, and when that's plugged in, the video pictures are very good, but that is an older, really high power digital servo, whereas these sort of analog ones, it seems fine. I waggle it backwards and forth, even with that big heavy duty one in, and it pulls maybe 1 amp when I'm going mad at panning and tilting. So that means that I have fixed whatever the issue is, but I had to swap to this one that we haven't used before. Slightly concerned this one may have burned out and died. So the ultimate test is going to be swapping everything that I now know definitely works from that one to this one and see if it fires up. So we'll do that now and see what the real damage is. I've also had a look at the pan servo in the front. That doesn't work, so that's going to get dug out. That's really nice. I picked another one out of the box. This doesn't work, and it's actually, no, actually, hang on. Yes, this one doesn't work, so that's going to be fun. This one does work. You can see it twitching and stuff down there. So we may end up having to do another instalment of Are All My MG90s Crap? Because somehow I've managed to pick 4 at random to make, you know, these work. Slightly backwards at the moment because it's not the correct FY41. That's another nightmare that I might have to deal with. I'll be honest with you and think that I need to start looking at some alternatives to the MG90, some cheaper alternatives. I'll look at the Coronas and go from there. But we'll be back very shortly. Okay, so I've got the old one plugged in and it is bad news. It isn't working. That's actually getting a little bit warm. Not like roasting hot, but it is getting warmer. The other one didn't get warm at all. This is the original one we had in with the fluff. So I have checked. There is voltage coming out to the camera. We know that there's voltage going out to the video transmitter because that's red. It just either, and it's booting of some sort because it says, there we are. That works. Oh, that smells like it's getting hot. That's fun. What I'm going to do, I think, is unplug all of this, and also if I return to launch,
return to launch.
It is trying to return to launch. So the flight controller bit is working, but the OSD bit isn't, which is interesting. But obviously, not sure if it's incredibly trustworthy that half of it's not working and it's getting hot. Again, not burning hot. I can clearly hold it, and it's not like it's not at all. I think what we might do is take off the Velcro, undo the screws and see what's inside. It won't be the first time I've been in, but it might be the first time that you have, so let's have a look. Right, so I have decased the FY41, and all I've done so far is taken our good power management unit, plugged it in, got it plugged into the battery, and that's it. Obviously the back's on because that's wired up. I've also got the soldering iron on, because I have taken these apart before to just kind of gently resolder pins before. I'm just wondering if that is a issue here. Now, possibly not the best thing to be doing, but this is where I wish I had a thermal imaging camera. So let's have a bit of a zoom in, shall we? Apologies for the flashing. It's hard to work out. So current sensor comes in there. Let's have a look at the case. If that's where the current sensor comes in, video and audio are right next to it. So you'd think this would be the on-screen display chip. I wonder if it's worth plugging in the camera just to try and put a bit of load on it. So camera, according to the case, is the one directly next to it. Yellow towards the top. Yeah. Out of curiosity. If this is working, I'm going to be so fucking surprised. It's clearly beaming something out because we're not getting snow, we're getting just a black screen. I can feel heat. I'm going to be right back. I do have a thermometer, so bear with me a second. Right, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm coming up blank here. This does feel warm to the touch, but I went to get this temperature gun, and it's a bit shit. I mean, it works. Or shit like that. Sort of. But you can see how, like, all over the place it is. So that really should go in the bin. Still hasn't fired up on the goggles. It's like lukewarm. This is running the good power management unit. What I might do out of curiosity is plug in the old power management unit to just to the battery and see if we can get any sort of weird amperage flowing across it or anything like that. So let's see what we can do. Right, so at the minute I have plugged in number 2, which is the good one, but we know works. Now I'm slightly low on space, it's a bit of a problem. So it's going to be a case of having to trust me slightly that this white and black, so black is obviously ground and white is 5 volts. In fact, actually, if you bear with me,